What is up, everybody? It's Panda here to bring you Sakurasou no Pet no Kanojo, Pet of the Sakura Hall, I believe it is in English, episode 2 review. And I've got to say, I might really enjoy this series. From like the second episode, it feels like it's going to be a very good romance, like slice of life comedy. But let's start off like with the episode. It practically made me laugh for most of it because showed how much Sheena was a beast in this entire episode. But I guess I could talk about the opening as well since that came out. The opening itself is actually pretty good. I enjoy it. It's very colourful. All the characters are in there, and it's just nice. It's very artsy. I especially like the chorus where they're all like, I think it's the chorus or at the end where they're like all clapping and happy, and it's pretty cool. But the episode itself is like, oh, who's going to take care of like Sheena? And obviously it's going to be Kanda. Like Kanda, I think it's Mashiro, Kanda. Like that's his role to take over Sheena, obviously since he's the main character. But I believe like throughout this as well we got is her name Mikata? Like the anime girl? Like I think her name was Mikata. She was just dicking about throughout the entire like episode. And there were a lot of development with her as well, with that character Jin, like the guy who seems to like get laid with every girl. But yeah, like that whole episode started off with typical, oh, Sheena hasn't got hardly any clothes on. Let's just put them on, like, and he had to basically take her to school. And I think the best friend character got involved. Ayamo, is that her name? Ayamo. And she was like, and Sheena said some really weird stuff like, he's my first boy. It's like, he's my first. And she got the completely wrong idea. Like, thought, and then as soon as she left and all that, saying like, oh, it's my first boy I know from this class who's a friend. So yeah, that's pretty weird. Also as well, it seems like he hasn't really got any life goals. He doesn't really see what he wants to do in life. Like that's pretty that's pretty weird that Kanda hasn't really got anything that he wants to do. And I liked how like Sheena was just really just bugging him for the entire episode. And then there was a situation with Jin and Mikata, where apparently like she dressed up naked last year for Jin's birthday, and then she's like left a row of cabbages and a box, and he's just like, well, you're gonna open this, I'm not checking this out. He just like freaking waits for it to open. It turns out she's like entirely like naked, but with coloured all the decent parts with ribbons. So yeah, there's like, and she was even a bit upset afterwards when he sort of got she got rejected and all that. Like, so there is definitely a relationship brewing between these two, or like, because it makes me wonder like why Jin fancies the. Oh, I mean, at the start of the episode, he was freaking with a nurse, like completely naked. So yeah, that's a little bit of a weird thing. And then like the last bit of this episode, like was freaking Solitaire Kanda, whatever is it called, freaking getting naked for Sheena just so he could like do something for her manga. And trust me, it did look a bit weird at sometimes because it looked like she was riding on top of him, yes, which obviously I'm not going to put that bit because, you know, I like my channel where it is at the minute. But the episode like ended with them just like finding out that Sheena is a very famous arts person, like I forget what you call it, like artist, yeah, who's like drawing like loads of portraits and very nice stuff. And we're probably gonna find out why she don't do portraits anymore. Probably to do something with like she just doesn't enjoy them, or like her family keeps pushing her to do some. But tell me what you thought about this episode. I thought it was pretty interesting. Loved the opening and ending. Characters are brilliant, but that's all for this review, people. I've been Panda, so thank you very much for watching. Strike like a panda, sana, and I hope to see you next time, people.